We know it's a scam. They know it's a scam. They know we know it's a scam, and they're laughing at us. They think they hold all the cards, but the only way to win is to not play their game and to make them play ours. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse through the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds fly. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has inched up to 74 from yesterday's 79. Bitcoin dominance is 52.6%. 24-hour volume is 83 billion. The overall market cap, 1.92 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, we almost had a legit breather day yesterday, where we saw what some legacy analysts call a retracement. She did retrace during yesterday's live stream, finding a bottom in a bounce at 48.4, our then 23.6% fib, and in concert with the 20 moving average, got a bounce we needed back up, peaking out at 51.7 and has feathered down to a time of production of 51.5, towering over all three moving averages and looking to fulfill our cute little bull flag's destiny at 52.3-ish. Once we eclipse that level, I'll be keeping my papers on our new channel's resistance up at 53.2, but the air is thin up there, my friends. We didn't spend a lot of time above 50K in the last bull run. She was choppy and quick, she was. So we're getting into price discovery stage uno, where there aren't any more levels of resistance because we've never been higher. We'll have to start doing Fibonacci extensions to see where probabilities lie, but damn, those are great problems to have. Now we're on the ding-dong. We just missed carving out our 9th candle in a row. She tried pretty hard, even carved out a, hey, wait a minute, I'm a coming hammer candle, but got up just under the red wire before continuing up, building out a cup and handle probability, 56.4-ish, which is also going to be our next level of resistance. It seems like a far-off la-la-land, but to put it in perspective, we are closer to 56.4 than we are to 47K, which are both roughly a 9% swing away. Quick look at the Wookiee. Sees we are almost at the 50-yard line in our new channel, and if you take a look at our last channel, we spent almost 10 weeks at the 50-yard line before we blasted out of it. And it may be this hardcore case of bullish delusion that's got a hold of me, but I don't think we're going to spend 10 weeks at this level, because that would mean staying at 51.5 for another 70 days. But the halving is only 63 days away. It doesn't seem all that logical that we stay at 51.5-ish till the halving, I think, minimum. We hit the halving at this bull flag playout probability of 60K, and that's a sandbaggy safety and cautious outlook. My actual bullish delusion thinks that by the time of the halving in 63 days, price action will be at...
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn, that.
Look at that, my friends. The sun's up. It's a beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, yet we're lucky enough to have them. So get out there, knock 'em dead, and remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leaves. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. I'll run the banks of boom to spang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa. Ching. Well, she's been a pretty good week. Midweek, Wednesday, I think some 9-to-5ers might call this the hump day, in between the beginning and the end of the week. So yesterday we were watching on the live stream how she bounced right to that 23.6% fib at 48.6-ish. I think it went down to 48.4. And then we got that bounce we wanted, and boom, the spank. I was surprised actually when I woke up and checked the Tshirts and to see it was above 51, because I thought we were just going to maybe get back to where we were, almost just like a perfect correction. Is that Dave Digital, or is that not Dave Digital? Because I didn't see the wrench either. So maybe he lost his account, had to make another one. I'm not sure if that is not Dave Digital or Dave Digital. If you're in the comment section, let me know. Thank you for the likes and the shares on this Wednesday morning. Good morning, Hassan Pfeffer, BC Alf, and Jen Friesen, stage manager at the Jimmy. Is that Dave Digital's alt account? Oh, I gotcha. What happened to your old account, Dave Digital? Is she gone? Did you lose it? Did you say something you shouldn't have said unto our YouTube overlords, our censorial masters? Oh, I did not like that. That does not fit our community guidelines. Well, what are our community guidelines? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. And if you step over them, we will penalize you. Well, can you just give me like what is the line that I shouldn't step over? Because I'll comply. I mean, just let me know what is against. Well, that's for you to find out. It's kind of like the YouTube censorship is like the IRS. It's like, well, how much tax do I owe? Well, you tell us. Well, no. No, you tell me, and I'll pay you maybe. Well, we want to see what you think. We'd prefer to see what you think you owe us. Can you just tell me what you claim I owe? A lot of people, when they get their tax return back, they say, oh, the government gave me, $4,000. And Johnny Bad News over here, the life of the party, will say, they didn't give you anything, actually. They took that money from you, interest-free, held it, and gave it back to you. And you think they gave it all back. However, who's to say how much they gave back? You're just glad they gave you some back. But make no mistake, they didn't give you anything. First, they don't have any money to give. They're not a business that produces a goods or service. They just extort money from law-abiding citizens, if you want to call it that. I think it's almost our duty to push back on that as much as we can. They took it from you. They held it. You didn't loan it to them with interest. You didn't loan it to them. Yeah, Andrew, you agree? You didn't loan it to. They don't loan money to the. Yeah, you agree, to the government. The government just takes it at will. And what my favorite part, and this is how it ties into Bitcoin, because everything kind of ties into Bitcoin, is that if you don't pay your income taxes or we have what's called a GST, PSD, goods and service tax, provincial service tax, and if you collect it as a business, then the government, the provincial government, becomes like I Am Legend zombies at the end of them. Like if you're late, they're just like, there's no bigger sin in this province than not paying your PST. It's worse than your income tax, really, because they become I Am Zombie Legends bashing up against that window, trying to get Will Smith, aka your PST. Oh, that was there's a couple things that trigger me in life. One is, of course, income tax. The other is Gary Gensler. Another one might be Elizabeth Warren. They all trigger me. And once I get off on them, it's not good. It's hard to pull back and just breathe, just breathe. There's Dave Digital. What upsets me is the realization that most police are just road pirates. Yeah. Isn't that just, it's like, for instance, I live in a little bay that you would never come to unless you live here, right? And there was a time where there was a no-tell motel within a meth walking distance, not within a normal walking distance. Like the normal person would never go, I'm going to walk there. But if you're high on meth and coming from a no-tell motel, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. And so they would come because it's right by the river. They would set up camps. And then at night, they would mosey into the little bay where no one should be. And they would just open doors. And if you left your garage open, they would take things. They would. So the neighborhood was going through a little bit of a nightly theft situation. And we'd phone the police. Oh, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. And they never would do anything, really. They never came. And then one day, oh, what's going on here, Fibonacci? And then one day, I was driving to the edge of my bay where I drive Duke to school, and there was a cop there doing radar. So I rolled down the window. This is me pretending I have a roll down window. He's like, excuse me? I'm like, excuse me? Like, what are you doing here? Are you is this the call you're coming to? Like, I phoned you guys about the theft. Is this for the theft? He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, oh, well, it'd be nice if you guys could maybe come and answer, the theft that's going on. Or what are you doing here? And he's like, well, none of your business, et cetera, et cetera. So I drove off. And then, of course, I flicked I went about 30 and everyone coming there and like, tick, click, click, click. Because I was told, myth or not myth, you let me know. If you see flicking brights, that means there's a cop. There's a speed trap or whatever. What's worse is a lot of those cops are on their day off. Say I had a policeman friend, kind of. Yeah, I can't really be friends with policemen because it's just their whole slice of life. So I was just telling my buddy, he's a volunteer firefighter. And I said there's 5 never dates. So when I tell my 2 beautiful nieces who are 14, 15, I go, there's 5 never dates. 1, musician. 2, bartender. 3, actor. 4, professional athlete. And 5 is an emergency worker, like a police or an ambulance or a fireman. And now the first 4 are hey, welcome, Andre P, pianomattyb, channel builder. We've taken down the entry. It's $4.99. I believe it's less than probably a coffee at Starbucks, and you get hours more entertainment than one coffee. So these 4 are never dates because they live in a world of female abundance where they're inundated with
the currency of females are low, because there's always a new beautiful woman in their life that's attainable. But the fifth one, the emergency workers, they live in a gallows humor of sorts, where they see a side of life that most people don't want to see and shouldn't see. And so they are a little bit, I don't know, there's something about them. You just, I don't know. Do you want usually when your better half comes home, you'll ask them, how's your day? And the worst part of their day was, Susie in Human Resources was giving me the gears about taking my Friday off before the long weekend or something like that. But when you ask a cop or an ambulance driver or a fireman, hey, anything go wrong today? Well, where do I begin? And then they carry these things. So this is a rant, Ray Run. I don't even know how I got on this rant. It was about the 5 never dates cops. Oh yeah, the cop. They take on their day off, because if they make their last 5 years before they retire, they try to bank as much overtime as they can. So the day off is automatic overtime, and they're just doing tickets. And it's just, I don't know. To me, it's basically what's wrong in this bizarre old world of ours. 136 people. I guess it's the retail is slightly up, because that's a more or less a higher end viewing day for the pianomattyb channel. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sharing this video with that one person who's on the fence. That one buddy of yours that's like, should I get in? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing. I feel like I missed the boat already. I got a lot of those now. Send this video to that one person. Maybe vet them with your knowledge, and they respect your opinion, and maybe they'll watch it and change their life. That's I feel like I did a disservice to the Jimmy, because I never talked about Bitcoin that much. Because no one has Bitcoin in Winnipeg that come to the Jimmy per se, except for that one person on Friday. But I should have been talking more about it, because I truly believe that one of my missions here with this channel and with the piano live stream is to bring awareness to people that it's not too late. You can get in now. You can save some of your wealth, if you have saved any, into the next great digital store of value that's not going anywhere, opposed to, your bank account. Which could disappear in a one moment's bad word or misjudgment. Up here and behind the maple curtain, we all know about the truckers who got their bank account seized. Why? Well, they were doing primarily a peaceful protest about your own personal sovereignty and how important it is. That's a whole other rant here, but let's see here. Speaking of ranting, that's the Wookiee. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So you can see, look at when did we draw this line in? This was, it's bullish, Sneaky Pete, if you're still there. Bullish whistle for Sneaky Pete. And maybe we come down a bit. Even if we come down and meet the 20 moving average, that's still 50K, right? So one might say that 50K is now a pretty decent source of support. Now, I almost don't want to jinx it, because, we just kind of broke 50K. But like I said in the video, there's not much action over 50K. Yes, we went to 69. But we weren't here for a long time. It was almost like the plane flew up over the clouds. Holy smokes, look at this. We're above 50K. Oh shit, 69K. We better get down. I can barely breathe. And then we're down a bit. So when I say there's not many resistances, there isn't. I mean, I kind of arbitrarily chose this one because there is some action back in 2021 here. This is why I chose this. And we'll see. We'll see if we hit our heads on 53.2. Should I draw it in? I probably should draw it in, right? 53.2. If you're playing along at home, you can draw this support line in as well. So we all are on the same page. 53.2 is the next resistance. Now, this is the 4-hour chart, a noisy little so-and-so. Oh, my God. Gary Gensler. You know how many times I told him, Gary, I don't mind the fact that you are a hired puppet for the government, but just don't come on my live streams. You know how you trigger me. You come in here and you sneaking around, thinking everyone's okay with you being here. We're not okay with you being here, Gary. In fact, we pretty much loathe your existence. But I digress. 51.6. So we have hit a slight little retracement. So let's talk about a retracement. So yesterday's 23.6 was 48.6. Today's 23.6 is 49.5. So let's draw that in. 49.5. Yesterday she played out live as we. Can I make this smaller? Did you go any smaller? No, I guess not. 49.5. We'll just stick it right there. And you can see that would make sense because we consolidated here, bumped up, maybe consolidate 49.5. It would make sense from a support and resistance level. What am I looking at? If you had $1 for every time it happens when Gary is here, no doubt. If I had $1 for every time Gary opened his mouth and said something that he's going to regret, but unfortunately, the only thing he's going to regret is how his children feel about him as he gets older. Because, how can you have respect and admiration for your dad when he essentially tried to keep the good people down with all his BS lies? Yeah, so now we're 51.56. However, he'll probably tell his kids, listen, wasn't my idea. It's just a job, that old one. It's just a job. I'm just doing my job, I get a script. I read it. We rehearse it before any of these meetings, and I just say my lines. I don't really even know what I'm going to say. DJ Morgan says, I feel it's almost following the same trend line as last time, but different dates. I'm going to say falling is following. XRP A11Y, happy Valentine's Day to all the women in the chats. Happy Valentine's Day. It's boom. Says XRP. Says XRP. Says XRP. A11Y. Okay. Way too much coffee. Then look at that. Lizzie Dubs, even worse than. So when speaking of, I'm gonna get off these people. We get off these. This next resistance for the ding dong with the daily chart was even higher, because really there was less action on the daily back in 2021, but we did close some candles back at the 56.4ish level. And it seems, Larry Fink, you can listen in. It seems like it's a far ways away, but it's as much of a hop, skip, and a jump as it was from 47K. And it feels like 47K. Where is this 47K? Right here. Right here. This is right where the mount of the cup and handle, the cup was formed. Look how long ago that was. That was January 24th. Good few weeks ago. So good few weeks. 56.4ish. It's not crazy, is it? Now I can't stop whistling. I actually tried to throw another whistle in the production video, and I couldn't do it for some reason. I don't know. The wind wasn't coming out. I must have spent about a minute trying to put the whistle in. To no avail. I finally, after a minute, I gotta, cut things. I can't continue the production video like that. Scotty Mo, the beatboxing reminds me of Jeb Rap. Can we get that in the next couple days? Of course. That's one of my favorite videos because, I haven't watched Jeb in a long time. He's just not in my No, it's bullish, Sneaky Pete. Bullish. I haven't watched Jeb. He's not in my wheelhouse of YouTube videos on my main page. Maybe if it came up, I might watch it, but I don't. I like him. I think he's a knowledgeable little so-and-so. But when I saw him do that rap, I was just like, holy smokes. This kid can rap. I wonder if I do have that one right here. I might have it right here. I do. It looks blank though. I'm just going to check it. It's a little bit of a risky so-and-so. Made a deal here with Duke. He's breaking the deal. The deal was if he comes down here at the right time, doesn't have to go to school today, but he's got to play piano and edit in the morning. It's 8:26. He's a minute late. What do you guys think? Should I teach him a lesson and take him to school? Or does he get a little breather on this? But at a minute late, at 2 minutes late, I don't know much of a breather I can give him. I might have to take him to school just to teach him a lesson. His alternative is to edit. He's been editing my shorts from the live piano stream. So he'll take it and just cut the vocals or cut the when we're talking and get rid of the music. So it's just a compilation of in between talking. He's doing all that editing for me. I'm paying him, but and he doesn't want to do it. But I feel like what a great thing to learn as a little munchkin is how to edit on DaVinci. You know, he's 8. He's pretty good. I mean, he's not going to edit a video. He does his own videos, but I mean, by the time he's 10 and he's been editing on DaVinci for 2 years, I mean, the kid's going to be pretty amazing. He's not going to be, yeah, it's 8:27. So I'm going to check this Jeb video out. And I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sharing it to that one person that's on the ledge. And hopefully, what next stop? 52.3 for the bull run. Let's see if Jeb's home. Yo, Jeb, where you at? Yo, Jeb, I said, where you at?
I took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow. Cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're ugly with the bottom. And it's stacking up against you with a pity. But they gotta give a nod to me, I'm running with the best. And they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me wasn't possible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put him on the ground and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane. I am insane. I am insane. I am insane.
Time.
Took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow. Cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're ugly with the bottom. And it's stacking up against you with a pity. But they gotta give a nod to me, I'm running with the best. And they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me wasn't possible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put him on the ground and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane. I am insane.